So the poorest of the poor don't have any kind of animal welfare. They find it very difficult to access that service, and it's a very necessary service. IFAW is an organisation that was founded to help the animals of the most impoverished people around Johannesburg.
I think what's special about IFAW is that we just try our best, go into areas where no one else goes, and really help a lot of animals that would never see any veterinary medicine.
You wake up at 9 o'clock, you have your breakfast, and you're like, I have no idea what this day of work is going to bring.
You see human, animal, neglect, love, everything all in a day.
And when you say, I've seen it all, something else comes in and you're like, wow, I have really not seen that before.
It's like MASH, the TV series.
We don't always have electricity or water.
We've learned a bit of Afrikaans and a little bit of Zulu.
It's easy to do it than to talk about it.
Every day is completely different.
You just have to think fast. Emergencies come in, make a plan. There's always something happening, and you get challenged in more ways than one.
Our mobile clinics, we essentially put our medicines in a vehicle, our medicines and our veterinary staff. When we get to an area, we will park preferably near a water source.
In a regular vet clinic, you can't find the patients you have that come to you, whereas with IFAW, we have to go out.
By the time we arrive in a township, there will be a lot of people that are waiting for us. We deworm, we vaccinate, we treat for the sicknesses like mange, tick fever.
And anything that needs hospitalization will come back to the clinic.
So for us, it's really difficult trying to educate the people and telling them how to feed their animal because they hardly have money to feed themselves.
If it's not sterilized, I give permission for it to be done.
Please, don't just sterilize it for now.
Imagine if this one is giving 7, the other one 7. How are we going to afford to help you people?
It's a bit elitist and odd to drive into a place and say, look, sorry, you're hungry, and just let me step over your hungry body and just check that your dog's bowl has got enough food in it.
The first time I went out to do a mobile clinic, definitely first thing was the poverty.
Everyone at home was telling us don't go to the townships and especially don't go at night. But actually I haven't felt scared since I've been here.
Yeah, but you also have to be careful because some people can't deal with it. Going out into the township, seeing the things that you see every day.
And we're at the municipal refuse site. So we came to give some bread before it went stale because there were a lot of hungry children here, a lot of hungry people.
They are starving, that's why they prefer to be there to feed themselves.
One of the youngsters told us that they were concerned about their dog that had been injured and wasn't doing too well. We put him in the car, he was in really bad shape, and came back to the clinic, but he didn't make it.
Is it possible for you to adopt them?
To adopt her grandchildren. There's a grandmother here who has, both her daughters have died and she has the grandchildren, and both the children are HIV positive. So she has asked if we could adopt them. It's a scary thought, but we are often the first ones that are called for a child rape case. Even a crime. We even have people arriving here hoping to have their babies. We didn't ever set out to do food parcels or to teach vegetable gardening or to counsel sick people. But it's hard not to do that when there is nothing. People are frightened. You know, there's always been this perception that you'll be murdered or robbed when you go into the townships. And that's why people don't go.
They're not enjoying life, those people, because why? They suffer too much. And most of them are sick.
What happened in the days pre-election, when we had the height of the political violence here, is that we never knew from one day to the next what kind of situation we'd find ourselves in.
If they come to attack you in your house, your animals must be killed also, you see. The owner is dead here, the dog is here, you see.
We had different political parties that sorted out their differences with guns and machetes. I've been hijacked, I've been shot at.
I was nearly shot, but they asked me, where do I come from, which nation am I? I said, no, I'm just a volunteer.
And another time hiding under the dog trailer where de Villiers kicked me to keep me under the dog trailer because he was being held up.
They put me a gun here, take my wallet.
Yes, I've been afraid, but most times not.
They get used to you that you don't interfere on their fight, so they get used to us, you see. They know our names, that is Cora, that is de Villiers. They call us people of dogs.
We've been through so much violence and we still have so much violence. I think working with animals and working with the people who own those animals is just some way of making our society a bit more compassionate.
If ever we were not doing it, who was going to do it? No one.
It's been poisoned, yes. This particular poison is commonly known here as two-step. And the reason being that the animal will take 1 or 2 steps and die.
The poisonings are a big, big problem, and it's easily accessible on the streets.
Drive slowly.
I'm driving slowly, I just want to know where you want me to go.
See those stands?
It's an agricultural poison. From the farmer, it finds its way onto the streets. People buy it because they have such a great need for rat control. You see, it's openly displayed here. So we go and buy it regularly and then go to the police and tell them where we've bought it. They may do a raid. It's really taking a toll on us. So it takes an incredible toll on the animals, and on the staff, and on our finances.
Cora, whatever breathes gets her attention. Whether it's got 4 legs and a tail and fluffy ears, or humans. She's on call 24/7 and she's there for everything that needs her attention.
She is out there every day. Whatever you do, she's doing with you.
She loves this country. She loves the people. She loves the culture here.
How she continues to do the things that she does on such a consistent basis amazes me every day.
And she just basically strives to make it a better place for animals and people to live.
I love being able to help. My hardest part is probably when you stop and think about how much there is to do.